All right, here's one that you probably weren't expecting to see, but this is from AP News. It says Biden could miss the deadline for the November ballot in Ohio, the state's election office says. Let's read a little bit of this and we'll talk about it. Let's see. Toledo, Ohio. President Joe Biden could be left off the ballot in Ohio this fall unless the state's Republican-dominated legislature, remember this part because we're going to come back to it, the Republican-dominated legislature creates an exception to the ballot deadline, or the Democratic Party moves up its convention, according to the office that oversees the state's elections. Ohio's deadline to certify presidential candidates for the general election is August 7th, nearly 2 weeks before the Democratic National Convention, at which Biden is expected to be nominated to run against Republican challenger Donald Trump. Ohio law requires that presidential candidates be certified 90 days before the general election, which is November 5th this year, said a letter written last week by Paul DeSantis, chief legal counsel for Republican Secretary of State Frank LaRose. Please contact me as soon as possible with any information that can assure this office of timely compliance with the Ohio law, the letter said. Remember that part. The Biden campaign said Monday that it does not expect the snag to keep the president off the ballot. We're monitoring the situation in Ohio, and we're confident that Joe Biden will be on the ballot in all 50 states, the campaign said in a statement. All right, so a few things. Remember when several states changed their voting laws back in 2020 that overwhelmingly benefited the Democrat Party? You know, from the drop boxes, mail-in ballots and whatnot. And a lot of them that did it were doing it illegally, meaning like they didn't get the proper sign-offs from the state Supreme Court or the state Senate or whatever, you know. And they were just doing it and they were getting away with it until after the fact. And then sometimes some of the states, it was found that it was unlawful, it was illegal, and it shouldn't have been done. But it's already over. It's too bad. It's so sad. But that was Democrat-run states, or election officials running that for the Democrats, helping out the Democrats, right? Let's see. What do we have here? Again, this was a Republican Secretary of State literally begging the Biden team to get with him and said, hey, look, let's make sure we get you on this ballot. Please. We don't want you to miss out on this. And you see the stark difference between a state that already has a rule in place that's trying to make sure they are fair and balanced versus in 2020, when we had several states that just upended their rules and laws and regulations for voting and just changed them at the last minute on a dime to overwhelmingly benefit one side over the other. Doesn't sound like fairness to me. Doesn't sound like the most free and fair election to me, but hey, YouTube doesn't like if I say something like that. There may even be a little thing down at the bottom now from Wikipedia or whoever, I don't know. But yeah, if that isn't a great comparison between the difference of these two parties, right? On one hand, you've got one that's willing to lie, cheat, and steal to win an election. And on the other hand, you have the Republican Party. Some say the Republicans don't do enough to fight back the Democrats because they want to be fair. They want to be balanced. They want to uphold the Constitution and stuff. And I get that. But then sometimes you just have to fight fire with fire. If Biden doesn't do what he's supposed to do, or the Democrat National Convention doesn't do what they're supposed to do, and Biden doesn't qualify to get on that state ballot, he better not be on that ballot. Because then you are following the rules without making exceptions for this idiot. You guys know what the rules are. Play by the rules, and then maybe you can get on the ballot. It's going to really piss me off if they bend their rules or make exceptions for someone who knew the rules ahead of time. But then again, who would Biden be or his administration be if they actually played by the rules? Hey guys, while I got you real quick, do want to talk to you again about one of my favorite brands that I buy online. That's Coffee Brand Coffee. They serve people who are sick of the gimmicky companies who offer marketing in place of truly great, fresh, roasted coffee. The fulfillment and roasting facilities are located right here in the United States. Each purchase is hand roasted to order. That means they wait until they receive your order before they fire up the roasters. Lastly, again, it's just delicious. For the best coffee, tea, and cocoa, visit coffeebrandcoffee.com today and use promo code MAYHEM and save you some 5% off their already awesome prices. Not only that, but Jeremy Hambley over at The Quartering, it's his coffee company, they've got a great point system in place that it speaks to it all on the website, breaks it all down. You're going to be earning some additional points and benefits and rewards. So the discount was 10%, went down to 5%, but at the end of the day, you're really going to be better off because of the reward system that they have in place for you. So again, go check out coffeebrandcoffee.com. Direct link will be in the description below.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this clip from the Morning Mayhem. Remember, this is just a portion of the full show that comes out every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you hadn't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the full shows or these tasty little nuggets.